15 years ago, Turkey and the European Union took a bold move to redefine their relations and the European community as a whole. Official talks to bring Turkey formally into the EU began back in 2005. Hopes were high in the beginning, but a series of key differences and external factors hampered the talks. The latest hurdle to relations has been ongoing tensions in the Eastern Mediterranean and control over its vast energy reserves. Those tensions were front and center at a special European Council meeting in Brussels. EU officials there warned that it could impose sanctions on Turkey if tensions continue. But the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen hinted the EU wants a positive and constructive relationship with Ankara. Tensions have flared in the Eastern Mediterranean over a series of overlapping maritime claims. Turkey says dialogue should be held to ensure the area's resources are shared in an equitable and fair manner. So, will these latest tensions be solved? And 15 years on, is Turkey's chance to join the EU all but finished? And what could have been done differently to have avoided this drawn-out stalemate? And joining me now from Brussels is Laura Batalla Adam, who is the Secretary General of the European Parliament Turkey Forum. And from Istanbul, Mehmet Celik, who is the Managing Editor at daily Sabah. Laura, Mehmet, welcome to Straight Talk. It's good to have you on the program. So 15 years on since the start of Turkey-EU accession talks in 2005, Laura, where do you think the relations stand? Are they at their lowest point given the latest tensions in the Eastern Mediterranean?
We could say so. We could say that relations have touched rock bottom already a few years ago, but now the increase of tensions in the region is making dialogue more difficult. But it has always been a bumpy road, so this is not the first crisis that we need to overcome in our relations, and dialogue prevails in most of the cases, like we have seen as the outcome of the Council meeting last night. So this opens the door as well to engaging more in dialogue, and hopefully there will be a solution to find to all these pending issues in our relations.
Mehmet, despite tireless efforts by Ankara to become a full member, as just we have mentioned, recent years have revealed serious disagreements and obstacles in relations. Which incident you believe hurt their relations the most?
Well, I don't think we can actually narrow it down to one single issue, but I think the fact that Turkey and the EU leadership stand on different level when it comes to several things. One of them being, as the most recent issue, the Eastern Mediterranean issue. But we can go back to how Turkey and EU stands and have different definitions of anti-terror approach, for example. This is one issue. The refugee crisis is another issue. Islamophobia is another issue. The rights and freedoms is another issue that Turkey and the EU stands on different levels. But I think even when we are talking about dialogue, what we mean by dialogue is different when whether you're looking at it from Ankara or you're looking at it from the Brussels. With yesterday's statements, for example, coming from the EU with regards to dialogue is different than what Turkey understands from dialogue. I mean, a dialogue pushed by Brussels with solely taking into consideration the Greek Cypriots' position is not something that Ankara considers as dialogue, for example.
So European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen said we have a toolbox that we can apply immediately if Turkey ended, for example, its activities in the Eastern Mediterranean. Laura, what instruments should be employed to deal with the situation, and what does it mean for Turkey to cease its activities in the Eastern Mediterranean?
Well, we see how the Council has adopted a balance between carrots and sticks, which it took some time to come out with this outcome. We saw how different drafts were circulated throughout the night, and this final one was not easy to achieve, but it indeed opens the door to a more positive political agenda on certain issues. But those issues were already on the table before when the EU and Turkey were negotiating the so-called migration deal. And it hasn't been possible to realize some of these goals. So we have to be as well realistic. It has been said there are a number of stumbling blocks in our relationship that we need to address, from fundamental rights and freedoms to rule of law. So it's not only these regional tensions now, but indeed what the Council is saying, that if there's positive progress on de-escalating the tensions and finding solutions to these maritime issues, there would be a way to achieve some of these demands that Turkey has been putting on the table, like customs union or visa liberalization.
Yes.
So hopefully we will achieve an understanding on this.
So, Mehmet, how do you think President Erdogan's recent letter to the EU leaders reiterating Ankara's call for dialogue with Greece without any preconditions has played out?
Well, I mean, I think the sense of, or the willingness to establish some sort of platform for dialogue is there from Turkey and also the EU leadership. However, how the Greek Cypriot and Greece's position will be with regards to this dialogue approach or the constructive dialogue approach will matter. President Erdogan and Ankara or Turkish leadership has always been for that dialogue and they've been saying we are ready to sit down and discuss our issues without any conditions. But if there will be conditions set up to basically, these conditions may act as an obstacle to establish some sort of platform for a dialogue. And I think all these need to be put aside and the dialogue platform should be established. The sides should come together and then discuss. And I think that will be some sort of, first point or the baby steps to establish and get somewhere with President Erdogan's letter or the EU willingness to establish some sort of dialogue.
So, Laura, although talks have been at a stalemate for several years, as we've just mentioned, neither side has formally tried to end this special relationship, let's say. Does that give you hope that maybe if relations can get back on the track, the accession talks as well?
Well, this would be a far-fetched thought. I would say accession talks have been frozen for many, many years now, but there's a need and no one has pulled the plug. And we are expecting next week the report by the European Commission on the progress achieved by Turkey when it comes to accession. So in this regard, no door has been closed. And I think we need to engage Turkey even more in all of the spheres of our dialogue. That includes as well now foreign policy issues, as we have seen that we need to have a more cooperative collaboration with Turkey. So the door is not closed, and the Commission continues to state this, and the member states, Turkey remains a candidate country, and we need to align more in all the areas that are causing some tension at the moment.
All right. Unfortunately, Laura, Mehmet, we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us on Straight Talk.